Something clicked on somewhere between the kettle and the door. No announcement, no warning. The system that had been running at the low setting all morning stepped itself up to the operating level. The click arriving unbidden, the switch already thrown. The on state has a particular texture, the system warm, the processing current, the whole apparatus running at the speed it was designed for, rather than the low emergency setting of the not yet on. The not yet on morning is the recognizable one. The low setting, the reduced output, the system running below its own design. Clicks on between the kettle and the door, and the morning reconfigured. Low setting done, operating level running. The whole system up and available. The processing speed back at the design rate. The sluggish setting replaced the on state, confirmed and holding. Morning reconfigured, the switch thrown. The click can't be forced, trying to switch on while still in the low setting. Just runs the low setting at a higher expenditure. The click arrives when the system has enough warmth to step itself up. Enough warmth to step itself up. The click, the system's own decision. The warmth sufficient. The step up already underway. On state confirmed, the click recorded the low setting history. The morning running now at the rate the day requires. A system at full on all the way in the low setting. Just a memory from the kettle. Click confirmed, design speed running. The low setting behind the door. The on state holding all morning, processing current, system warm. Design rate, not the reduced rate. Still on, still the operating level. Full running, clicked on. The system running. The design speed current, the low setting. Left at the kettle, the morning at full. Roll the shoulders back and the whole heavy coat of it loosened. One shoulder, then the other. The sluggish weight that it settled in during the slow hours, shifting its position. Not gone yet, but no longer certain of its grip. The body already reporting differently. The sluggish is structural. It moves in at the still hours, takes the posture of the person who stopped moving, and acts as though it's always been there, as though the stillness made it permanent. As though the stillness made it permanent. The sluggish needing the stillness to hold the first movement, already contesting the claim. The second move was easier than the first. The first one, the expensive one, the proof of concept, the argument against the sluggish's claim that moving was impossible from here. And the second followed naturally. The second followed naturally. cost of the starting, the sluggish, finding less to hold to. With each new movement, move until the moving costs nothing and the sluggish had nowhere left. Shoulder rolled, arms wide. The sluggish, losing purchase, move by move. First cheap, second cheaper, the body past the heaviness. Running more, the sluggish evicted by the sheer accumulated movement. Gone. Body warm now, the sluggish, nowhere left. The movement, running itself, the heavy cold, long gone. The moment it arrived, there was no question about what had changed. Eyes sharp, head clear, the foggy register of the previous hour gone entirely without a gradual exit. Just the fog present and the fog absent. The whole system reporting from a different altitude. Wide awake. The wide awake is distinct from the awake. The awake is functional, the lights on, the system running. But the wide awake is the other setting, the one where the resolution increases and the detail returns. The detail returns. The wide awake, bringing back the high resolution that the fog had been reducing. The sharp version of the morning. I was in the fog long enough to forget the fog was fog, to mistake the reduced resolution for the normal one, the muffled morning for the full morning, until the wide awake arrived and corrected the baseline, the wide awake, showing the fog for what it was by replacing it with the actual morning. Wide awake now, the fog, the previous state, the high resolution back and running. The detail present, the sharp version of the morning, confirmed and held wide awake all the way in the fog morning, just a previous hour. Eye sharp, detail back, the high resolution running. The fog corrected, the baseline restored, the previous muffled morning filed and done. Wide awake, full resolution, sharp version running, still wide awake, still high res, still the actual morning. Wide awake, the fog corrected, the detail back, the sharp version running all morning. The muffled hour, already history. Felt the circulation catch up and the whole system warm through. The sluggish blood from the slow hours finding its speed. The delivery finally reaching the places it had been short supplying. The warmth arriving where the code of the inert had been. Circulation resumed. The inner body runs a reduced supply. The blood pooling at the lowest points. The extremities circulation design. Flooding below its circulation design. The slow blood, the whole mechanism of the sluggish morning. The warmth, the remedy, the movement, the delivery. The circulation has its own response time. 3 minutes of movement before the full supply reaches the extremities. 5 before the brain starts receiving its full allocation. The warmth arriving on a short delay. Arriving on a short delay. The warm delivery, 3 minutes behind the movement that sent it. The warmth arriving when the movement gives it time. Delivery reached the brain at its allocation. The extremities warm, the sluggish blood now moving at the design rate. The system fully supplied. Blood moving at the design rate and the whole system running warm. Full circulation, warm extremities. The brain at its allocation. The inert hours filed and done. The warm delivery running. The sluggish supply replaced. Still moving, still warm. Still the full rate. System running. Design speed all warm. Full supply running. The system warm. Design rate current. The inert hours long behind. Still moving. Still delivering. Open the door and the outside air walks straight into the dull hours. The indoor air that had been recycled since the morning's inertia set in, replaced in one open door by the outside version. The one with the temperature still in it, the movement still in it, the dull hours already rewritten by the single exchange. Indoor air accumulates the morning, takes on the temperature and the stillness of the closed room, the particular flatness of the air that hasn't moved or been renewed since the slow hours started. Since the slow hours started, the indoor air keeping the dullness company, matching the flat register of the inert morning. One open door and the stale morning's whole register changed. Outside in, indoor out, the temperature different, the air moving now for the first time. The dullness without its accomplice, the flat register interrupted the morning. Already a different morning. The second breath of the fresh air delivered more than the first. The system now receiving the full oxygen content of the outdoor version. The brain updating its previous sluggish assessment. Updating its previous sluggish assessment. The outdoor air giving the brain better data to work with than the indoor version complete. The brain at the outdoor setting, the dullness without its flat air. The morning running now on Turned it up past the point where the dull hours could stay seated. The volume arriving at the threshold where the body has to respond. Can't sit still at this frequency, can't maintain the dull posture against the particular physics of the loud, the sluggish outcompeted by the noise. The quiet enables the dull, gives it the acoustic space to fill the particular silence of the slow morning being the whole operating environment. The sluggish requires to function the whole operating environment. The sluggish requires the quiet, the dull's accomplice, the loud, the simplest eviction notice available. The particular frequency of the right song at the right volume does something below the level of the decision. The body responding before the brain has had time to agree to the response. Before the brain has agreed to the response, the body already at the volume, already past the dull threshold, the loud working faster than thought. Without its quiet, the sluggish, without its space, the volume still at the level where the inert can't stay. The body already moving, volume past the dull threshold, and the body had no choice but to respond. The quiet gone, the dull without its operating space. The body responding below the brain's agreement level, loud enough to make the still untenable. Still at the volume, still past the threshold. The dull evicted, the sluggish without its quiet body moving already past. Still loud, the quiet gone, the dull without its space. The body past the dull threshold, already somewhere the sluggish can't follow. Cold water on the face, and the whole previous hour just left the dull register of the face. Before the splash, gone the moment the cold landed. No gradual, no negotiation. The sluggish replaced by the shock of the actual temperature. The cold having the final word. The face is the fast route, the high nerve density, the proximity to the brain, the particular responsiveness of the facial skin to the temperature change. The fastest delivery of the wake up to the system that needs it. The fastest delivery to the system that needs it. The face, the direct route, the code, the message the brain receives first. Cold on the face and the brain updated its morning assessment immediately. Temperature received, assessment updated, the previous sluggish report overwritten by the cold's direct input. The face, the fastest channel, the code, the clearest signal, the brain now running on the new data. The old dull report discarded. The second splash confirmed the first. The brain having already begun the update at the first contact. The second completing the correction. The assessment now fully at the cold morning setting. Fully at the cold morning setting. The two splashes, the complete correction. The face delivering the final version of the morning updated. 2 cold splashes and the morning toll report rewrote itself. Cold received, brain updated. The sluggish report overwritten. 2 splashes, full correction. The face, the fast route, the cold, the clear signal. Old report discarded. New assessment running. Still the cold set. Still the updated more. Still running correctly. Cold assessment running. The face delivered. The brain updated. The sluggish report overwritten. The morning correct. Slow to start, and then each step a fraction faster than the previous. The first step at the dull pace, the second a fraction above each one. Marginally outpacing the one before. The dull setting, not defeated suddenly, but incrementally outrun the pace. Growing past it. The increment is the mechanism. The dull pace doesn't survive the persistent fractional increase. Each step marginally faster compounds until the pace is somewhere the dull can't follow. Somewhere the dull can't follow. The compounding increment outpacing the dull setting ceiling. One fraction at a time. The persistence, the whole strategy. By the fifth step, the pace was above the dull's comfort zone. The dull setting still present, but no longer matching the pace. Falling behind the increment that had left it. Falling behind the increment that had left it. The dull setting no longer current. The pace now beyond the range. The sluggish morning defined. Tenth step, the dull setting. 3 paces behind. The pace still climbing. The increments still compounding. The sluggish morning, now a previous state. The current pace, its replacement. Compounded the pace past the dull setting and kept going. Step 1 slow. Step 2 fractionally faster. The increment running. The dull setting falling behind with each fractional increase. Past the dull ceiling, past the sluggish range. Still compounding, still the fraction above, still climbing. The dull long behind, pace still above the dull setting. Behind the increment, still running each step, still fractionally faster than the last. Pull the gear on and the sluggish morning lost its argument. Shoes laced, towel round the neck. The uniform of the about to move, changing the body's own self-report. Dressed for action, the dull hours no longer matching the costume. The gear, the first act of the going. The right gear, just something before the movement starts. The dressed body already reporting a different status than the still one. The costume preceding the character. The uniform convincing the system of what's coming next. Convincing the system of what's coming next. The gear, the precinct. getting dressed or they're going, already going. Gear confirmed, shoes tight, towel placed, the uniform complete. A dull morning without its preferred costume. The body in the going gear, dressed for it, and the dull setting didn't fit the costume. Shoes laced, towel around the gear, changing the report. Dressed body past the still, the dull without its slippers, committed by the costume, going by the gear. Still dressed, still committed, still the going gear. Gear on, the dull without its setting, the body already committed, dressed for the going, already gone. The dip came first, and then the return came after the dip. The low point, not the end point, the system having gone through the particular trough that precedes the second availability, the dull hours, the transition, not the destination, the second wind already assembled behind the dip. The second wind arrives after the initial depletion, can't be accessed before the dip, can't be skipped to without the trough. The dip, the necessary passage to the second availability that waits behind it, that waits behind it. The second wind, the system's reserve supply, only available after the first supply has run to the dip. Through the dip and the second wind was already on the other side. Dip completed, return confirmed, the second availability running. The first supply depleted, the reserve now active. The system past the trough, the second wind delivered, the dull trough done. The second wind feels different from the first, steadier, less bright but more sustained. The reserve supply running longer than the initial, the second availability, the more reliable one, the more reliable one. The second wind outlasting the first, the reserve running past where the initial stopped. Reserve running, the second wind steady, the dip 3 blocks behind, the return confirmed and holding, the second availability running now. The trough done, second wind running past where the first supply stopped. Dip behind, return confirmed, the reserve active, the second supply running steady past the trough, past the initial into the second, steadier now, more sustained. Still the second wind, still said 10 minutes, and at 10 minutes, the doll had already forgotten to leave. The 10-minute deal, the only commitment the dull morning would accept. And at minute 10, the deal expired, but the going didn't. The 10 minutes having used up the dull's last argument. The dull negotiates in totals the whole morning, the full task, the complete commitment, and the total always looks impossible from the dull position, always too much for the low energy starting point. For the low energy starting point, the total, the dull's best defense. The 10 minutes, the way around it, too small for the dull to object to. The 10-minute commitment gets past the dull's objection to the total, too small. The contest too short for the dull to build a convincing case against the starting. Too short for the dull to build a case. The 10 minutes, the small enough commitment the dull can't credibly oppose. Sustaining past the deal. 10 minutes passed and the dull had no window left to close. Minute 1, minute 10, the dull's objection, too small to mount past the deal. Still going, the commitment that the dull couldn't contest, becoming the morning that outlasted the deal. Still past minute 10, still going, the dull, long without an argument. Past 10 minutes, the dull without its case, the going self-sustaining, the deal expired, the going running anyway, still going. Straighten the spine and the whole dull posture had nowhere to live. Chest up, shoulders back, the slump position that had been hosting the sluggish withdrawn. The dull having required the collapsed posture as its operating platform. The tall one, an incompatible setting, the dull evicted. The dull uses the body's posture as infrastructure. The slump, the whole architecture of the sluggish morning, the collapsed chest, the necessary setting for the low report that the dull needs the body to file. The low report the dull needs to file. The slump, its whole delivery mechanism, the spine straightened, the delivery cut, the report no longer transmittable. Tall spine, chest open, and the dull's infrastructure was gone. Slump removed, report cut, the dull without its platform. Chest open, shoulders back, the tall posture, an incompatible setting for the sluggish morning's preferred operation. The dull looking for its slump, already evicted. The posture change takes less than a second. One adjustment to the spine, one correction to the shoulders, and the whole infrastructure of the slow morning withdrawn in the same second. Withdrawn in the same second. The infrastructure gone at the speed of the posture change. The dull's operating environment removed faster than it can reassemble. Just open the slump unavailable, without its setting. The sluggish report cut its source 1 second. One posture change, the infrastructure gone. Still tall, still the dull, without its platform. Still no slump available. Tall posture held, the slump gone. Dull, without its platform. Still just open, still straight, the sluggish report. Still cut at source. One full breath all the way down, and the system updated its status. The shallow breathing of the dull hours replaced in one complete inhale. The lungs at full capacity for the first time since the slow hours settled. The oxygen at the design rate. The system already filing a different report. The dull hours run on shallow breathing. The surface breath, the minimum oxygen of the inert. The system receiving less than the operating requirement. Running on reduced input. Running on reduced input. The shallow breath, the oxygen supply of the dull morning. The deep one, the correction in a single inhale. The second breath all the way down. The lungs confirming the full capacity. The oxygen at the design rate for the second consecutive delivery. The system updating on the new input. Updating on the new input. The system having received 2 full deliveries. The dull morning shallow supply already corrected. Third breath, full capacity, design rate. The shallow supply of the dull hours replaced. The system running on the correct input. The dull report outdated. Full breath all the way down 3 times, and the dull report was outdated. Shallow supply gone, design rate running 3 full deliveries. The system updated the lungs at capacity. The oxygen at the correct rate. The dull morning shallow input replaced. Still breathing full, still the design rate. Still the system running correctly. Full breath running. Design rate confirmed. The shallow hours filed and done. Still breathing full. Still the correct input. Heat went down the middle, and the cold core of the dull hours gave up. The warmth going vertical down the throat into the chest. The cold core of the slow morning meeting the heat from the inside. The dull's cold operating center losing its temperature advantage. The warmth already winning. The dull morning runs cold at the core. The reduced temperature of the system at rest. The cold that pools at the center when movement has been absent long enough. correction. Heat down the middle and the cold core recalibrated. Warm throat, warm chest, the core temperature rising. The dull mornings, cold advantage reduce the warmth, going deeper than the outside can reach. The inside route, the direct correction. The core changing, the second sip reached further. The warmth that the design depth, the core receiving the heat at the full delivery rate. The dull's cold core now running on borrowed time. Running on borrowed time. The warm delivery at the design depth. The cold core no longer at its operating temperature. Third sip, core temperature rising. The cold no longer at design. The warmth from inside at the full depth. The dull mornings, core advantage officially gone. 3 sips and the cold core of the dull morning ran out of its advantage. Heat down, core warming, the cold advantage losing. Sip 1, sip 2, sip 3. The warmth at full depth. The dull mornings, core temperature corrected. Still warm inside. Still the heat at depth. Still the cold core running out. Core warm now. The cold advantage gone. The warmth at the design depth. 3 sips done. The dull mornings, center corrected. Arms above head in the whole compressed morning. Decompressed. The folded posture of the slow hours opened. The spine lengthened, the chest expanded. The compressed version of the body unfolding into the available space. The dull morning's compact architecture released. The dull morning compresses the body, the hunched position, the shortened chest, the folded arms, the whole collapsed geometry of the sitting still. The body spending the slow hours smaller than it is, smaller than it is. The compression, the dull's preferred geometry. The stretch, the body claiming its full dimensions back. Stretch to full height and the compressed morning couldn't stay. Arms overhead, spine long. The compressed version unavailable at full stretch. The dull morning's geometry incompatible with the extended body. The stretch, the eviction, the full dimension, the replacement setting. The second stretch went further, the spine finding the length it had given up. During the slow hours, the arms reaching the full extension. The body claiming its actual size, claiming its actual size. The full extension, recovering the dimensions. The dull morning compressed the body back to its actual geometry. Full extension, held arms long, spine full. The compressed geometry corrected. The dull morning's preferred posture no longer available. The body at its actual size. finished one thing, and the dull morning's argument lost its main point. The first task complete, the done mark on the page. The dull morning's central claim that nothing was possible from here, disproven by the one thing already done. The evidence filed. The dull morning claims impossibility, the whole day too heavy to begin. The first task too large for the current available energy. The total, the dull's best defense. The total, the dull's best defense. But one task done disproves the impossibility claim in the most direct way available. The evidence, the done task itself. One task done and the dull morning's whole impossibility case collapsed. Done mark place the impossible, disproven the dull morning central claim without its evidence. The one task, the whole rebuttal, the morning now probably possible. The case collapsed one task at a time. The second task, easier than the first. The impossibility already disproven. The case already collapsed. The dull's best argument already on record as incorrect. The second task, starting from evidence. The second task with the impossibility already refuted. The first task's done mark the whole foundation. Third task, the dull morning's case fully collapsed. The impossibility disproven 3 times over. The done marks accumulating the evidence entirely. On the other side, 3 tasks done and the dull morning had no case left to make. Task 1 done, task 2 done. The impossibility disproven again. Task 3, the case collapsed completely. The dull morning without a point, still done mark, still the evidence, still the impossibility without its arguments. 3 done marks, the case collapse. The impossibility gone. The dull morning without its arguments, still the evidence. Filing, still done. Da 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 da. Turn the dial all the way to cold at the end, and the dull never stood a chance. The warm shower had softened the morning. The cold rain sealed it into the opposite of where it started. The contrast doing the work that neither the warm alone nor the cold alone could have managed. The contrast is the mechanism. The warm first, the vessels open, the muscles ready. Then the cold arriving into the prepared system. The shock delivered to a body already receptive. Already receptive. The warm first preparation, making the cold more effective than the cold alone would be. The contrast, the whole technique. The 10 seconds at the cold dial cost nothing. After the warm, the body already out of the sluggish setting. The cold rinse, the final Said something out loud to the room, and the dull lost its monopoly on the silence. The voice into the quiet, the silence that the sluggish had been using as its whole operating environment, broken by the single spoken sentence. The dull now sharing the room with sound. The dull morning requires quiet to maintain its hold. The uninterrupted silence being the whole acoustic setting. The sluggish operates most effectively in the quiet, the accomplice. The quiet, the accomplice. The dull needing the uninterrupted silence to run its low register. Morning without the competition of a voice into the silence. And the dull morning lost its operating condition. Sentence spoken, the quiet broken. The dull without its acoustic setting. One sentence, the whole disruption. The monopoly on the silence ended. The dull now competing with the sound of a voice. The second sentence easier than the first. The quiet already broken, the dull already displaced from its preferred acoustic environment. The voice having claimed the space the silence held. Claimed the space the silence held. The voice, the whole counterclaim. The dull, now the guest in a room. The voice is using. Third sentence, the dull without its setting. The quiet fully claimed by